Hey everybody, welcome. Thanks for stopping in. My name is Mark Johnson, and I'm here today to deliver another movie review. The movie I'll be reviewing today is Hunger. It is a 2023 film release through Netflix, and it is directed by Sitsuri Mongrel Suri. A woman running her family's noodle shop receives an invitation to join the fine dining industry under the tutelage of the infamous chef. When we start this film, we are introduced to Chef Paul, and he is on his rise as an up-and-coming star, superstar, whatever you want to say, chef. And everyone wants a little bit of Chef Paul. And the celebrities and those who can afford to have him cook a meal for them greatly aspire to do this. And Chef Paul is all over social media, and everyone's excited to again taste his food. House is called Hunger, and in the sense that the more you taste, the more that you want to eat, the more that you want to enjoy his food. And then we contrast that with Aoi, and she is a young woman, and she is cooking in a family noodle shop in Bangkok. And she aspires, lightly aspires to do some things, but she doesn't necessarily know exactly what that is. But she cooks noodles, and she has friends that are going to school, and each of them, they're just kind of waddling their way through life, not necessarily fully inspired or actually even feeling that they are someone special. At a certain point, one of the sous chefs from Chef Paul's Hunger Kitchen comes to have noodles at her shop, and he tastes the noodles. I guess he's been watching it for a while, but he gives her a card to invite her to come and be a part of the Hunger team. And she thinks about it and at a certain point she finds out how special Chef Paul is when she shows the business card that she got to her friends. And so she checks him out on social media and sees that, wow, he's pretty inspiring. And it is at that point where Aoi kind of sees a direction for her own life, and she wants to be someone special. From there, she goes and auditions unknowingly to the kitchen and wins by cooking something as simple as fried rice. At a certain point from there, she is then assigned a position on the team and needs to cook this one dish expertly before she can go on. And this is the parts in the film where I enjoy, where the character is tested and they prove to be worthy. And she ends up staying all night trying to cook this one simple dish, or I won't say one simple dish, but this one part of the dish perfectly before she can be a part of the team and go on to this next event. Just spending time in the kitchen, we start to see that Aoi takes on a different mindset, in the sense that she aspires to do more, she wants to do more, and she gets really engaged within what it takes to be a chef like Chef Paul. As the story kind of continues, we see that this change really sets in the sense that it keeps her away from her family, or it puts a divide between her and her family, which could be a good thing, which also could be a bad thing, but it is a thing that is part of becoming successful, becoming famous. You kind of separate yourself from those who are not doing what you're doing. And I think that's one of the parts in this film that I enjoy, is the fact that it shows that when you aspire to do certain things, sometimes it separates you or separates out those who are not. You start to see that Aoi also takes on a little bit of a relationship with one of the cooks in the Hunger Kitchen, and he, in a sense, shows her, or all the things that he learned from Chef Paul about, sourcing your ingredients, finding people who can find you the best ingredients and things like that. And so that kind of gives you a little bit more of a sense of who Chef Paul was and compared to who he is now. And for me, this film kind of really just has a lot of levels in the sense of it also talks about class, in the sense that when we talk about the people sourcing the ingredients, they're poor people. You know, they don't really have a whole lot, but they find ingredients for Chef Paul, which is a rich person who provides dinners and food for rich people. So there's kind of that duality that's going on within this film. As we move along and we start to see that Aoi has taken on maybe a little bit of celebrity herself, being that some of the things that she's done within Chef Paul's kitchen has taken the eye of other restaurant entrepreneurs. You know, we start to see that she could possibly be at the level of Chef Paul at some point. And you gotta believe that at some point in this film there's gonna be a clash between Chef Paul and Aoi, which is kind of a metaphor for the mentor and the mentee kind of, you know, coming together and seeing who's going to be the top dog. And it definitely happens within this film. It's very, very hedonistic and very you know, at even at one point it talks about love. But for me, this film, it just kind of has a lot of levels that I really enjoyed, in the sense of talking about class, talking about, you know, the rich and the poor, talking about what it takes to be successful. So I really enjoyed this film. So for my review of Hunger, a 2023 film through Netflix, I'm giving it a solid 4. I really enjoyed this film. I was really engaged. It's a 2 hour and 26-minute film, so there is a lot to kind of put in there and build in there, but the pacing in the film feels right, in the sense that it kind of gives you moments to kind of reflect on what you've seen and reflect on what you know of the characters. And as it moves along, it moves at a way that kind of entrances you into the point where things start to explode and characters change. So that has been my review for Hunger, a 2023 film through Netflix, directed by Siri Monkrol. And yeah, if you like this review, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing with the channel, make sure to subscribe. And if you have a film that you watch and think that I should review on this channel, or you actually seen this film, leave those comments in the comment box below. I'd love to start a conversation. And then lastly, if you don't want to miss any of my upcoming reviews or other content, make sure to, and that way you will be notified. So again, that has been my review for Hunger, a 2023 film through Netflix. I really appreciate you watching my video. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And like we always do this time, have a blessed day. I will see you on the flip side. Let's go.